Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, and I'm back to react to a little Infinity Train Season 4. Season 4, Episode 2 to be specific, so I'm just beginning the journey on this season, and especially as far as the train itself is concerned. Our characters for the season only got on it at the very tail end of the last episode. So we've got two guys this season. What are our boys' names here? Ryan and Mingy, I believe. They're Canadians. They had a bit of a falling out, or they drifted apart over a. Ryan wanted to have their band. They had a band. Ryan wanted to make that the career type of thing. Wanted to tour around. Mingy wants to go to school and not do that. Essentially, have a stable, normal life, I guess. One of them has a super big family. I was getting a little confused during it. I thought it was Ryan that had the big family, but maybe it's not. Because editing back the video, I saw looked like Mingy's parents were there with a bunch of kids, like when they were kids performing, because we kind of went through their lives a little bit. But then all other scenes in the episode, it was just the parents with no siblings, so that's maybe I was confused. But anyway, they then reconnected. Ryan showed up to his job at the diner and tried to convince him to go to New York with him, I believe it was, and stole the keys and ran. Mingy chased after him, and then they ended up on the train. He threw the keys in, and then they jumped in. So we also saw Amelia at the end, and a commenter then pointed this out to me, that it's a younger Amelia apparently. So this season 4 here evidently is taking place prior to season 1, timeline wise, which I'm surprised by, I guess. And I also didn't pick up on that, maybe because I didn't think Amelia and 1-1 were working together at all prior to season 1, like the events of season 1. But I guess maybe they had been, and then that's when they split. So I'm not sure if we're gonna get more. I mean, I assume we will get more info on what's going on with this, but certainly interesting. Yeah. So I don't know when. Seasons 1 through 3. I essentially took place in the modern era, I believe, or modern times, which this must to some degree too. I don't know if it's back like I don't know if this is supposed to be in the 2000s, earlier mid 2000s or something. I didn't know to look for signs like that during the episode, because I didn't know it was a prequel or whatever. But also, they're moving through time with their lives anyway, so I don't know if I would have. It would have been harder to tell too, maybe. Anyway, I'm excited to get into the episode here and see what we're gonna do on the train. I assume Mingy's not gonna be happy that he kind of got bait and switched on here. And we learned at the end what 1-1 said, I believe, was that if they fail on the train here, they're gonna die. That's literally what he said. So that puts more of a, even though they don't know that yet, I would assume that puts some high stakes here for the boys. So anyway, without further ado, let's roll on into the episode, which is called, by the way, the Iceberg car. Good, so we're back to the something car. So yeah, let's see what we got in the Iceberg car. Let's do it. I was trying to see the voice was, but I didn't get it. I guess I can look it up. So Kaz, that's the name. So she seems to have a lot of enemies. I don't know if they found the best denizen there to lead them, but it's pretty funny. I don't know what she is. I say it looks like a bell, but I don't know what the things coming out of her are. Like it's like snowing or like salt being poured. It looks like, or I don't know. I don't think it's either of those things, but it's kind of looks like that. I guess if I try looking up the actor, it might tell me what it is. I don't want to get spoiled though, but Minty Lewis. All right, I have no idea who that is, so I guess it was not a voice familiar to me, or it just reminded me of something else maybe. Anywho, yeah, good episode though. So I like the end part where they were kind of telling her that's just their vibe. They're not enemies. That's how they. Well, we did see like in episode 1 some of their history. We didn't see them argue too much or anything like that, but that could be part of their thing, I guess. But it seems like they're going to try to work together here. So maybe there won't be as much. I'm sure there'll still be disagreements and stuff, and personality clashes, and things brought up from the past year. But it seems like they're maybe going to be together more easily than I thought. And I guess it does help a little bit, even though she was not explaining it especially well. It was some explanation of what's going on, at least, which of course is more than Tulip got, from season 1 and everything like that. Not even knowing what the number was, all that. So they know they need to get the number down to get off. I guess that's basically what they know, but I don't know if I hadn't been told. I probably still wouldn't have picked up that this is a prequel from this episode either. I mean, we did see in season 2 with 1-1 reestablished as conductor, he was giving people like a video when they're in the pods telling them what's going on, which they didn't obviously get. So maybe that would have been a clue for me, but I probably still wouldn't have realized it. But yeah, so it was an interesting car as well. So it wasn't really an Iceberg car, it was a era car, or they could change the eras and then change the DNA of those 3. Those only 3 people in the car, or animals, whatever they are, in the car. I guess they're aliens, actually supposed to be. The way they looked at that was how they're supposed to be, I guess, with what kids thought was the vending machine when they're going on a ski trip. So yeah, when they were like the floating eyeballs, that was probably the funniest, or most interesting at least. And they're kind of like a hive mind at that point or something, it seemed like. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, she said, I know what I pointed out, what it said last time too, that having the 2 people tied together like this with the same number and everything is a new, apparently, for the train there. So I don't know if there's some purpose for that, or it is just how it worked out. We kind of know why the train comes down. They even said it a little bit this time. When you're having some problem in life, it could show up, but I guess that's about all we know. That's about all I knew already. This, maybe because their issues specifically tied to each other, because I'm thinking about the other issues here. I mean, the other people we know that got on the train were more, had somewhat bigger problems, I would say. Certainly Amelia with her, husband dying, Tulip with the divorce thing, Grace with her family situation wasn't too good. I guess we didn't really see why Simon got on in the first place. But yeah, with these guys, they, their family situations seem pretty good, but it's just, it's the problem with each other, or I guess their friendship needing to get fixed somewhat over their diverging paths in life. But yeah, it's still interesting because it does seem like not as serious, of course, but well, maybe we'll learn some more backstory or get some more background information on something like that. And still looking forward to potentially seeing other of our favorite characters and their older selves, I guess, or their younger selves, technically older in time. The kitten, she's probably not that young, but who knows? Could be. I mean, cats don't live too long, relatively to humans, of course. But it's a magical train, so you never know. That could be funny though. But yeah, looking forward to continuing next time. We'll see how they get out of trouble with these praying mantises or whatever, and see how they work together. So do join me back for that one next time. That'll be season 4, episode 3. Do subscribe to the channel here if you're not already. Comment, everything like that. But until then, I'm up out of here. Peace.